obligated to do things for people, it's the setup to a fall, because whenever we do things for people out of obligation or guilt, it's the setup to a fall. It's the setup to us being greatly offended with them, because they're more than likely not going to respond the way we want them to respond. And they could even respond in anger. And then we blame them for what we feel. When all the while we only did what we did because we were living in guilt and obligation. And now we're going to go and blame them for how they respond. I mean, it's a wicked cycle in relationships the devil hates relationship. He hates especially union between man and God. He hates that thing. He hates anything that's a type and a shadow that speaks of union between man and God. Relationship between human beings speaks of union between man and God. And so he does everything he can to destroy that. And self-justification is the easiest thing. It's like an atomic bomb you can drop in the middle of that. And there's things that the gospel does inside of people that alleviates the ability for self-justification to exist. And that's some of the things we were just talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Like, love believes the best about everyone. Well, who is love? God is love. So God believes the best about everyone, even when they're nailing him to a cross. He doesn't believe the best about what's in them, right, meaning the wisdom, right, and the death, right? But he believes the best about them, right? And he doesn't keep a record of wrongs committed against him. And God's not busy trusting us with his life.
No.
Jesus wasn't trusting the people with his life. He was trusting God with his life.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're trusting people with your life, you can get upset. And we'll just use this funny example of Jesus, and I'm not trying to make a theological statement. So please understand, I'm not trying to establish some theological doctrine. I think there's a whole lot to be said about this scenario, and I most certainly don't have clarity about it. But if you notice, Jesus got a little bit angry with the disciples when they were falling asleep when he was in Gethsemane. Yeah. Right? And he was angry with them because they weren't praying. He wanted them to be praying for him. Right? Yeah. You can see what happens when you trust in other people with your life.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
You can become angry with them.
Yeah.
They're going to fall short.
Indeed.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.